Hi everyone, my name is Mr. Miguel and today I want to show you how to do your own weather pattern journal. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so in your weather pattern journal you're going to see a couple different pages. The first one is this weekly weather log. So you'll be able to go and fill this out and I'll go ahead and show you how to do that. On the next few pages you have a couple different copies of that weather log, but then you also have a page full of weather stickers that indicate different types of weather. And then the last thing you'll see in here is a monthly weather report. So if you do this for a few weeks, you'll be able to track different patterns and add everything up on this final page. So let's go ahead and get started with the weekly log. So to start with your weather pattern journal, on the first page you have your, like I said, your weekly weather log. You'll be able to go through here and add in the weather for the week. All right, now that we went ahead and labeled the days, we can go ahead and start logging the actual weather. I also added a little compass because we'll use this a little bit later. So, since I didn't get started right on a Sunday, I'm going to go ahead and pick the day that it currently is. So we're doing Wednesday. Since I didn't get to start on Sunday, we're going to do what today's date actually is. So we're doing Wednesday. And to find the weather, you can usually use a phone. It'll usually have a weather app, or you can just Google the weather for the day. Sites like the Weather Channel and weather.com and the National Weather Service. All those can provide you with the information that you're looking for. So the first thing we're going to handle is the temperature. We're going to go ahead and use Fahrenheit because that's what's commonly used in our country. So the weather for today, we're going to do the high and the low. So for Wednesday, the high is going to be 66. And you can always do the little degree symbol with a little circle right above. And the low is going to be 43 degrees. Now the type of weather, you can usually see this on most apps and websites as a little picture. So right now I'm seeing just a yellow sun, so that means it's going to be sunny. This is the fun part where we get to use the stickers provided in the journal. So we're going to find the sunny one, we're going to take that one off, and we're going to go ahead and put it right here for type of weather. Today is going to be a very sunny day. The last part is wind direction, and this is where we're going to use our compass. So when you look on these apps for wind direction, you're going to usually see miles per hour with a number and then an arrow pointing in a certain direction. So let's just take today's wind direction and go from there. So today we are looking at about 5 miles an hour. So you can put 5 mph, and then the arrow is kind of pointing this direction. All right, now that we know that our wind speed is 5 miles per hour and we saw the little arrow pointing in this direction, I can kind of explain what that means. So we're going to look back at our compass. We have our regular compass, north, east, south, and west. And I went ahead and put the same arrow on the compass. So this is how you kind of determine the wind. When you see this arrow that's pointing kind of towards the corner of north and east, you typically label it by where it's coming from. So if it's going into the north and east, it's coming from the southwest, where the start of the arrow is. So this is a southwesterly wind. This is typically coming from southwest Texas or down from Mexico for our locations here in Austin. But the reason we try to record the wind direction is as you do this weather log, you might see patterns. You might notice that when we have a southwesterly wind, it tends to warm up. And maybe for the opposite, if we have a northeasterly wind coming from states up in the Midwest or up in the north, we get colder temperatures. That's just my guess. This is why we're doing the log, so we can see if that's actually true or not. So that's our wind direction and speed, and that helps us determine a couple more factors in our weekly weather log. So the next day we would go ahead and do the same thing, log, use up all your stickers. I kind of want to show all the stickers that we've got. You've got your sunny weather, you've got your cloudy day, you have your snowy days, you have your partly cloudy, you have your very windy days, and then you have your rainy days. This should cover most of the weather that you'll see, and you'll be able to log, a good month's worth of weather. And then I want to go over the very end. This is your monthly weather report. So this is kind of where everything kind of adds up and you start to see the bigger picture and find the patterns. We're going to go ahead and put an X next to sunny weather because that's what today was. And then we don't put anything else for the rest of the 13th. We'd move on to the 14th. And if it's sunny again, we get another X. If it falls under any of the other weather conditions, we mark that. Then we'll be able to add everything up and see how the month turns out. So this is a super fun project that you could do every single day, especially if you're at home. And you can kind of get a little bit more insight about the weather and kind of become your own weatherman. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.